After conducting your interview, it's important to archive the full recording to ensure it is preserved in the long term. This is typically done through libraries, museums, cultural institutions, and sometimes universities, as well as specialised archives dedicated to preserving historical recordings. You'll also want to make the interview accessible to wider audiences. Bearing in mind oral history interviews can last several hours and often do, editing out some shorter clips can help engage audiences. By editing longer interviews into shorter focused clips of less than 5 or 6 minutes, you can share material across various platforms. This might include online, in exhibitions, podcasts, and on radio. These highlights not only make the content more accessible and engaging, but also encourage listeners to seek out the full interview. To edit the material, there are a variety of software options, both free and paid for. Audacity is a free and popular option. Here's a short tutorial of how to edit clips from your interview using Audacity. First, listen to your interview and identify key moments you'd like to be able to share. Remember to note down the timestamps of the clips you want to edit out to make it easier to identify your selected sections in the audio file in Audacity. We recommend keeping these clips to less than 5 or 6 minutes so that they are accessible, bite-sized chunks that people can easily listen to. After you've downloaded Audacity to your computer, open it up. It will look like this. You can drag and drop the audio you want to work on. If that doesn't work for you, go to File, Import, Audio, and find the interview you want to work with. You can now see the audio file in Audacity. You can see the time in seconds and minutes at the top. To listen to the interview, you can press the play button in the top bar. Click the round circle to stop the audio playback. Alternatively, use your keyboard spacebar to start and stop the audio. Other useful functions in the top bar include these magnifying glasses. They will allow you to zoom in and out on the content as well as fill the page. Let's now look at editing the clip. If you simply want to clip the content from the beginning or the end, you can hold the cursor near the top and wait for this line with 2 arrows to appear. You can then pull the audio to the section you want. You can also identify, listen to, and clip a section within the audio. For example, I want to create a clip from this interview and the timestamps are 31 seconds to 4 minutes 40. I do this by finding and highlighting that section, pressing play to listen to it, to check it, and then choosing Edit, Remove Special, Trim Audio. Remember there's the undo function here if you make a mistake. It's worth experimenting with the functions to get a sense of how the software works. There are lots of things you can do, for example, fade audio in and out, which adds a nice texture to the sound, rather than your clip starting or stopping abruptly. Once you've created the clip you want, you'll want to save the file by exporting it. Remember to always export the file rather than just saving it so that you can use it widely. Click on File, Export Audio, Export to Computer. Choose a file name, location to save it, as well as format. Some common file formats are .wav format, which is for high quality audio, or as an MP3 file, which will easily play on different devices and platforms. You'll also want to click Trim Blank Space before first clip so that you don't include in the audio a period of silence at the beginning of the track. You should be able to see the file saved in this instance on my desktop.